Jacksonville 13-yard line. Bogan shoots the quarterback under center, and Callaway is the running back now. Handoff Callaway. No, play action fake. Bogan shoots with it and throws behind the intended receiver down inside the 5-yard line, and that intended receiver was Connor Burkhalter, a junior.
Yeah, he just entered the game a while ago. Threw the ball behind him. He was kind of throwing off the wrong leg, and that's why that ball fluttered out. But we always going to try a third and short. We'll pass any time on that.
So 4th and less than a yard at the Indian 13. 2:13 to play in the third quarter. Carthage leading by a 30-point margin. It's 36-6. It was 29-6 at halftime. 4th and less than a yard at the Jacksonville 13. Handoff goes to Callaway. Callaway up the middle, got the first down to the 11 after a gain of 2.
And if you look across the field, Larry, you look at the red jerseys on the sidelines over here, and then look how many jerseys are over there. You know, when a good program's going on, look at all the kids that want to come out. And Surratt has got them coming out. We got a timeout. We got a kid down. We'll be back right after this.
You know Creel's, the Dish TV place. Now introducing Creel's AAA Wholesale Fence Company. The Creel's have been serving the Carthage area for over 35 years. Call Creel's for all of your residential, commercial, and oil field fencing needs. Creel's can sell you the material at wholesale prices or provide full-line installation. Do-it-yourselfers and fence contractors are welcome. Don't forget to call Creel's, the Dish TV place, about Dish Network, DirecTV, or Hughes Internet for your home or business. Call today, 903-693-2722. 693-2722 for Creel's.
This is Walter Sparks at XL Ford in Carthage. It's official. Ford has beat out the competition for the 34th consecutive year. More Americans in the past 34 years made the decision to invest their hard-earned money in a Ford over any other truck brand. These are people just like you and I who need to get absolutely the most they can out of their hard-earned dollar. For those of you sitting behind the wheel of a Ford, thank you very much. If you're not driving a Ford, I personally invite you to come take a test drive and see why we're number one. On the South Loop and still number one. God bless America and Semper Fi.
At First State Bank and Trust Company, we understand how important a dependable, independent bank is to growing families, farms, and businesses. That's the reason you'll find a level of respect and customer service here that is uncommon today. If that sounds like the kind of strong, can-do bank you're looking for, come let us show you more. A lot more. First State Bank and Trust Company, Carthage, deep in the heart of Panola County. Member FDIC.
All right, we're back at Bulldog Stadium. Happy to report the young man is walking off the field. 2:07 to play in the third quarter. The Bulldogs have the football at the Jacksonville 11-yard line. It's first down and 10 for the Bulldogs at the 11. Bulldogs leading by a score of 36-6. Again, 2:07 to play in the third. Carthage led at halftime 29-6. And the Bulldogs have kept it on the ground quite a bit here in the third quarter, running a lot of time off the clock. And we've got the third-string tailback in there, D.K. Callaway, at running back right now. First and 10 from the 11. Here's Bowman in motion. Here's the handoff going to Callaway. Callaway right side, down inside the 10, inside the 5, and into the end zone. Great run, D.K. Callaway from 11 yards out for the TD.
And it looked like if you ever watched Brett Favre, the way he used to run out and chase his running backs, that's what Bogan Shoes had to do with that arm sticking straight out like Brett Favre does. The ball was right on time, and the hole was wide open, and he scored a touchdown. That's his first touchdown as a varsity ball player.
42-6 is the score. 1:39 to play in the third. Gonzalez going to try to add the extra point here. Shannon is the holder. Good snap this time. Kick is away, and it is good. Right down the middle and long. 43-6 is our score, and the Bulldogs are on top by 37 points. We'll return to Bulldog Stadium right after this break.
Courtney Construction of Carthage knows the oil field and pipeline business. Courtney Construction provides equipment and labor for pipeline jobs, facility installations and repairs, compressor installations, pit closures and reclamations. Courtney Construction can provide the equipment, personnel, and resources required to install up to 24-inch pipe. Courtney Construction has the labor, the equipment, and the know-how. So call 903-694-2911. Courtney Construction, Highway 79 North in Carthage.
Open the door to new opportunities with Farmers State Bank. Whatever your banking needs may be, Farmers State Bank can help. We care about your financial well-being and want to help you make the right decisions. Come in and let our friendly, knowledgeable staff tell you about the different products and services available to meet those needs. If you do not know how easy banking at Farmers State Bank can be, let us show you today. We cannot wait for you to join our family. Farmers is an FDIC member and equal housing lender.
Well, the Carthage Bulldogs, some question marks going into the season, but boy, I tell you what, so far, quite a performance by the Bulldogs, both sides of the ball, 43-6. Jacksonville scored their only touchdown, 5:38 to play in the first quarter on their first drive, and since then the Bulldogs have outscored them. It was a 6-6 at that time. It's 37-0 since then. And the Bulldogs are on a roll here. Minute 59 to go. Here's Gonzalez kickoff, and this is a deep one right here. This goes over the returner's head. It bounces at the 6. They pick it up at the 7. And this is Menifee in trouble back inside the 10-yard line. That went over his head, and I think the returner thought it was going to bound on into the end zone, but it didn't. It just sort of bounced right straight up in the air, and they had to pick it up. And by that time, the Bulldogs were on top of them, and we stop them at their 8.
Donald on the tackle. Got a lot of new faces fixed to come into the ball game now for the Bulldogs.
All right, so we'll try to pick up these players for you.
Number 86, Jamarcus Robertson. I saw him in. He's been in already tonight. Of course, you got Greg Graves anchoring the other end. Number 64 is in there. That's Dexter Clow. Dexter Clow.
All right, in the secondary, I see Gabriel Villanueva. All right, let's see. Jacksonville at their own 8-yard line. Andrew Black is the quarterback in the gun, standing back at his own 4 to get this snap. And here is Black carrying it himself after the play-action fake around the left side and picks up about 4 yards out to the 12.
Yeah, tackle on that play by Greg Graves again. He's going to grade out well come tomorrow at film. Bulldog defense has really stepped up this half. Kendall Thompson's here.
He sure is. All right, second down and 6 for Jacksonville at their own 12-yard line. Black in the gun. Snap back to him. He's going to keep it on a quarterback draw himself. Now goes to the left across the 15, spins and gets across the 20 and has a first down at the 25-yard line. Nice run by Andrew Black for 13 yards.
Again, Graves on the tackle. Slung him down, and the Bulldog defense is, unless we're just not meeting, of course we're meeting a young offense, but so far we've done very well. Our middle linebacker now is D.K. Callaway.
That's their first down of the second half. It comes with 1:07 to go in the third. All right, Black in the gun once again. Ball is on the left hash. Clock rolling now with 1:03 to go. Black play action fake, rolls to his right. He wants to throw it. Now being pressured, and he throws it just as he is hit. Is this intercepted? Yes, it is by Sammy Chore. Sammy Chore with the INT at the Jacksonville 31-yard line.
Well, that was just a terrible mistake. He should have never thrown that ball. He was on his back on his front foot. He should have just thrown that ball out of bounds. 52 seconds left, 43-6 here in the third quarter.
And I know I've mentioned it several times, but boy, my introduction to Sammy Chore, I tell you what, Mark, that was the difference. That really was the difference in our baseball team this past spring. We were just not quite the team we needed to be until they brought Sammy Chore up from the JV. And
Chore boys, both of them.
Timmy was already on the varsity as the catcher, and they brought Sammy up, and he became our leadoff hitter and was a great DH, and he has a heck of an arm in the outfield too. All right, now we're going to have a new quarterback. This is for the Bulldogs, Jalen Allison in. So Allison, the junior, is at quarterback. We've got a bunch of new players in there. I think Callaway is the running back, and it is. Hand off to Callaway, going right, and he is stopped in the backfield for a loss. But remember, we've got some new linemen in too.
Travis Essery's in the game now. I think he plays center. Will Harris is in the game. That's my cousin, Colby Baker. So we've got some new faces. I understand Allison is the grandson of, I remember him. I don't think of his name. He was a linebacker. Pelham. Linus Pelham in the 70s was a linebacker for the Bulldogs, a real good one. And I think Allison, they're going to let the clock run out for the end of the third quarter.
All right, so the clock's going to run out, ending the third quarter, and Carthage will be leading it here by a score of 43-6. Carthage up, back right after this.
You know Creel's, the Dish TV place. Now introducing Creel's AAA Wholesale Fence Company. The Creels have been serving the Carthage area for over 35 years. Call Creel's for all of your residential, commercial, and oil field fencing needs. Creel's can sell you the material at wholesale prices or provide full-line installation. Do-it-yourselfers and fence contractors are welcome. Don't forget to call Creel's, the Dish TV place about Dish Network, DirecTV, or Hughes Internet for your home or business. Call today, 903-693-2722. 693-2722 for Creel's.
This Walsh Sparks at XL Ford in Carthage. It's official. Ford has beat out the competition for the 34th consecutive year. More Americans in the past 34 years made the decision to invest their hard-earned money in a Ford over any other truck brand. These are people just like you and I who need to get absolutely the most they can out of their hard-earned dollar. For those of you sitting behind the wheel of a Ford, thank you very much. If you're not driving a Ford, I personally invite you to come take a test drive and see why we're number one. On the South Loop and still number one. God bless America and Semper Fi.
All right, 12 minutes of football remaining here at Bulldog Stadium in Carthage, Texas. The Carthage Bulldogs over the Jacksonville Indians 43-6. And with reserves all over the field for the Bulldogs, they've got it now second down and 12 at the Jacksonville 32. The snap is fumbled, and falling on it is the quarterback, Jalen Allison.
All right, our offensive line's got Travis Essery on it, Dexter Cloud, Jalen Hicks, Will Harris, and Colby Baker. In the backfield then was Chris Walton and Jacob Holloman. So all new faces.
This is third down coming up. Okay, Dustin, we're going to go down to you after this play here. Third down and 12 for Carthage at the Jacksonville 32. Allison, the quarterback, and there's play action fake, and he rolls to the right and he throws, and this one is intercepted. Our first turnover of the ball game, down at the 12, coming back to the 15, 20, 25, 30, sit on his feet, 40, midfield, 40, 35, 30, and let's see, he is dropped finally inside the 20-yard line. All right, Dustin, down to you.
Yeah, he kind of threw that one high, and he had his receiver over and just, threw it high. But I want to kind of go back and mention that Dakota Hart hadn't played in the second half. He didn't have an injury, nothing wrong with him. He just got real hot, a little dehydrated, and they didn't want to put him back in and take a chance to him, getting even hotter with it being so hot, and we had the lead. So Dakota Hart's doing fine. He hadn't been in there on the defense there in the second half. But like you said, we got a lot of other guys out here getting playing time, and with 11 minutes and 3 seconds left, I think the defense did a great job tonight after settling down after the first series, and offense did great as well. So, I mean, like you said, we got a lot of young guys out here that are, having to learn a lot considering the amount of players that we lost last year on both sides of the ball.
All right, big return for Jacksonville after the interception all the way down to the Carthage 17. And the Indians have it at the Bulldogs 17. Here's the handoff to the running back, and this is Session going left, and he's brought down Walden there. Made the stop for the Bulldogs. Nice stop by James Walden, and that'll be no gain.
Yeah, good defense there.
Excuse me, James Donald, pardon me.
James Donald. The only problem is when you have an interception like that, all your backs are downfield, and all you got is linemen to chase a defensive back down, and that's hard to do. Number 24 was the one that really slowed it. Chris Walton slowed him down enough to where number 70 got him from behind, Jalen Hicks.
All right, second down and 9 now for Jacksonville at the Carthage 16. 10:20 left to play in the third quarter. Black in the gun. Snap back to him. Play action fake. He's going to roll to his right. He wants to throw it. He throws it incomplete. Not for sure who that was intended to. It was either number 5 or number 1 down there. They were fairly close together, about 5 yards apart, and it went right between them.
And they were open. I don't know why. One of them was open. One was open. Donald was out there in the coverage. It just didn't happen. 10:09 left in the game, 43-6. Bulldogs not wanting to give up a loss to this stadium yet.
That's right. They'll be 18-0, and next week we go on the road over to Lindale.
And then we've got some unfinished business with the Chapel Hill Bulldogs.